We start with the big updates coming in from the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. In a surprising development, the presidents of both nations met in Qatar on Tuesday and expressed their support for a ceasefire. Rwandan President Paul Kagame and DRC President Félix Tshisekedi met with Qatar's Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Thani in Doha in an unprecedented meeting. It marks the first time the two leaders have met since Rwanda-backed M23 rebels intensified their offensive in eastern DRC, killing around 7,000 people since January, according to authorities. This meeting comes just after mediator Angola announced the cancellation of scheduled DRC peace talks on Tuesday, citing unforeseen circumstances. DRC and Rwanda are locked in a years-long conflict. The Congolese government accuses Rwanda of supporting the M23 rebels, who have waged an insurgency in the mineral-rich east of the country. Rwanda claims its forces are acting in self-defense against the DRC's army and militias hostile to Kigali. However, Kigali has been accused of using the rebels to exploit the DRC's mineral resources. Multiple attempts to broker peace have failed. In the latest, the Rwanda-backed M23 rebels and the DRC government had agreed to hold direct talks in Angola's capital, Luanda. But at the last minute, the M23 group backed out in protest against European Union sanction imposed on its top commanders. But now a joint statement released by Qatar's foreign ministry reveals Rwandan and DRC leaders sat down in Doha and agreed to an immediate and unconditional ceasefire. However, the statement did not provide specifics on how the ceasefire would be implemented or monitored. Reports suggest the Doha talks were informal and not intended to replace existing peace efforts. Qatar has played a mediator role in multiple conflicts. It has hosted peace talks between the Taliban and the United States, between Chad and rebel forces, and has been involved in mediation efforts over the ongoing Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. The Gulf state has a history of mediating conflicts in Africa. The DRC has described Qatar as a strategic ally to both African nations. Rwanda has also praised the constructive dialogue facilitated by Qatar. However, it remains unclear whether the M23 rebels will halt their offensive following the Doha discussions, after they refused to attend the Luanda talks. Since their renewed offensive in January, they have captured two major cities in the DRC's mineral-rich east. Rwanda has been under intense pressure to withdraw its support for the rebels. Will Qatar's unexpected mediation help bring an end to the conflict? We will continue our coverage on this developing story.
Do you think that Ukraine is at its weakest position?
This war is not about Ukraine.
Do you believe that your president was insulted? Yes or no question. Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.
Diplomacy will work?
Yes.
Do you think Russia will give up the territory if there is no ceasefire? Do you propose to keep fighting?
We are ready to resist.
Do you think there will be peace?
Many countries gave us 3 days.
President Trump said you don't have any cards.
We do not have another choice.
How do you keep fighting?
You ask me once again the same question.
Because you've not answered my question.
We have enough capacities to keep fighting.